the first gen kings of Lookism, known to be hailed in the generation of war or the generation of circles, whichever way you want to call it. But anyways, this era was filled with ruthless high schoolers brawling every day. An era where romance or weakness didn't exist, bro. In this era, these high schoolers were extremely territorial, mainly repping their city as a way to unite against even more threats and forces. It's because of this that they're larger in size compared to the four major crews who are mainly within the districts of Seoul. Each of these cities are run by gangs and they have their own kings who, were the top dogs and representatives of their cities, and they were known for being the strongest and most hardcore gangsters out of their territory. Today we're going to be looking at the kings, who they were, their fighting styles, downfalls, along with the fact that I'm going to be making a judgment to see in order who is the weakest to strongest out of all of these first generation kings. Anyways, I don't have too much accurate scans, so yeah, it's not going to be completely factual, but without further ado, let's get with it. The first generation kings were originally high school gang leaders who would fight for ex-Gapyeong Kim Fist members who would go on to become businessmen. These alleged businessmen wanted to expand their power and influence, therefore getting these high school gang leaders to expand it for them in return for money and much more. We know that some kings such as Seong Ji-yuk didn't have any high school gang, however, leading only the Cheon Liang fam, which is basically just a bunch of orphan and middle schoolers under Seong Ji. But yeah, despite the Seong Ji fam being the weakest though, I'm not gonna lie, Seong Ji isn't even one to be looked down on, bro. Like, after everything he's done, even like fighting like Gen Zeros, bro. We'll come back to him though. Like, let's get back to the original shit. Now, the first gen kings, they've all had their own signature abilities in martial arts. Seong Ji-yuk's being Caesarium or Sirium, Ji Chang Kwak's being the hand chop, Tae-soo Ma's being the iron fist, Gong Seop Ji's being the iron boxing, Seok Du Wang's being the headbutt, Doksu Hyo's being the uppercut, and Jin Young-go, honestly I don't really know who this guy is, but yeah, he's just absolutely ass. Anyways, time to determine the ranks of strength of these kings. Now this is going to be really tricky, but let's see how we go. I'll be deterring some of the kings like in strength compared to others due to the significance and size of their cities compared to others. But yeah, please just note that this isn't entirely accurate. To make things easier, I've split them into tiers. Top tier is really strong, can even challenge the Gen Zeros. Medium tier is strong kings who shouldn't really be looked down on, however, they are slowly being surpassed by the second generation. However, all of them aren't being surpassed yet, but within the upcoming chapters, and not chapters, but arcs, they'll be surpassed definitely. And then, finally, fraud tier, these guys are absolute bombs. Even Daniel Park's mum would solo them, but yeah. Now that we've got that out the way, we've also got some unranked kings too, such as Seong Ji-yuk, Jamna, who we haven't really seen too much of, but I'm going to give them fair rankings. So yeah, starting off with the frauds, since it's the easiest, we've got Doksu Hyo and Jin Young-go. These guys got off-screened by Eli Jang, who was, I'm not going to lie, pretty strong and on the path to mastery, but he wasn't even close to where he was in the Big Deal War arc. And how are you telling me a beaten and weakened, along with really tired Eli Jang, off-screened these two guys? Now, I'm not gonna lie, Doksu Hyo, he's stronger than Jin Young-go only because Warren Che was helping Eli defeat him. Now, moving on to medium tier though, now these guys, they're really interchangeable. The whole tier, you can interchange whichever you want. That's not really up to me, but yeah. So, the weakest of this tier being Seok Du Wang. Now, I'd say he's stronger than Doksu and Jin Young, honestly, because, he's got a more important city, with Suwon also contributing to the workers' fifth affiliate's manpower, despite getting ragdolled every flipping time we see them. It took really long for the combined forces of Eli Jang, Warren Che, and even Samuel Seo to beat him. And, he did extreme damage to them all, okay? Honestly, if they all fought him, one by one, alright, at that time, he would have just smoked them all, okay? No question. But, yeah. Now, right above him, I'd say the King of Busan. Now, we haven't really seen the King of Busan yet. The fact that he's feetless, which is why I can say that this tier is pretty interchangeable. But honestly, though, I'm going to be so real. The king of Busan, Busan's already a bigger city, along with the fact that this character, like, he hasn't been revealed, and PTJ has a really like common thing going on with sparing characters that haven't been shown yet for the future. And honestly, where things are going, everyone in the future who hasn't been revealed yet is definitely going to be hella powerful. So yeah, just look at King of Seal for example. But yeah, above him, I'm going to say Jamna. Now, he's the most unique looking king and the king of Incheon. Jigum is above all these kings despite having no feats, simply because of how Incheon is really important and a significant South Korean city, along with the fact that he was able to surprise Daniel with his speed, implementing even a sense of fear into Daniel, despite him being so strong now. But hey, don't take my words for this, so yeah, I could be yapping, who knows. Now, being able to fight with the first gen kings though, like Chang, I doubt that he'd really beat Daniel Park, and even if he does, it'd be really high diff since he shouldn't really be stronger than Chang. However, Jigum does seem to be around the same levels of strength as Ma, due to like the fact that they met. Like, it seemed that they already had a bit of rivalry, which is why they aren't on the best of terms, needing Gong Seop Ji to ease tensions between the two. Talking about Ma, however, I do have him like above this rank, okay? So right above Jigum Na. Now at this rate, due to him being one of the strongest first gen kings, being a deadly threat to James Lee himself, everyone loves to sleep on Ma because of how he got speed blitzed by James Lee. However, Ma, he wasn't even fighting all out. He was fighting due to his emotions because of his conviction, like, being at all-time low. So yeah, it wasn't a technical fight, but if it was, James Lee certainly wouldn't have been able to like deal with him easily, especially with the fact that James Lee said that he could have died. Above Ma, I do have Gong Seop Ji. The fact that he's able to insult such a monster like Tae-soo just shows he must be more significant. With Tae-soo not even trying to give a comeback, we also know that Gong Seop was able to counter James Lee's attack, with James even asking Gong Seop to teach him. So yeah, that's a huge feat in itself, even going to the point where James Lee had to take his entire leg, okay? So an eye from Tae-soo Ma is nowhere compared to a leg from Gong Seop Ji. Not only that, but also when he was training Zach Lee, we were able to look at a few glimpses of his strength. So yeah, and that was his current self too, not even his prime. Now, above Gong Seop Ji, I've got Seong Ji Yuk. Now, honestly, you can argue Seong Ji is below them, but honestly, I don't give a fuck. Squaring off against the Gen Zeros, the Yamazaki, Kojima brothers, and carrying Cheon Liang on his back, okay? He was the man to be the disciple of the one who rivaled Gaprion Kiss? What the hell? Fist Gang. Even looking at his fights though, you can tell Seong Ji would have destroyed most of the first gen kings. Now, I can make a whole list of Seong Ji Yuk, but that's a video for its own. Anyways, moving on to the second strongest king of the first generation, we have Ji Chang Kwak. Now, I don't know if he's stronger than Seong Ji, but he should be, since he was stated to be like, one of the strongest kings, even the strongest king, apart from the King of Seoul, even punishing Daniel Park. And if it continued, I'd personally like to believe that Ji Chang still would have won, but very high diff. Now, he decided to defeat a prime Tae-soo Ma, okay? I don't know why, but he did it. Along with the fact that he was told to have been the most intelligent out of all the kings, okay? And he was so strong because he had strength, speed, and intelligence, being the most tactical king, even giving Charles Choi a run for his money. Now, Ji Chang was also the former king of Seoul until he was beaten by Jake's older brother. And honestly, we know that he's obviously the first, bro. Like, he's the first strongest king. So yeah, obviously, now we've got Jake's older brother, the King of Seoul. Now, to be fair, we've been told this time and time again that the King of Seoul is, the strongest king, being the only first gen to really ever match the legendary James Lee. The King of Seoul was also the man who conspired against his dad, even, defeated Ji Chang Kwak to rule Seoul. So yeah, he's even got ties with Charles Choi, Taejin Cheon, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him. But yeah, obviously though, he's going to take first spot, being the son of Gaprion Kim. But hey, that's the end of the video. Honestly, if you like this, guys, please do enjoy. I put a lot of effort into these videos, bro. But yeah, please do enjoy the video, and along with the fact that I had to spend so long on this video, bro. So please just subscribe and like. Bye.